should have got that on tape. It's July 6, 2019.
And now, Winston Churchill's speech, which he didn't know about it at the time, was really about the Boston Red Sox bullpen during the London series of 2019. We shall not flag or fail. We shall suck to the end. We will suck on the homeland of Fenway Park. We will suck in the United Kingdom. We will suck in the Bronx jungle. We will suck in the foreign fields of Toronto. We will suck in the empty caverns of Tropicana. We will suck in the burning riversides of the Cuyahoga. And for those who are worried that we will not be steadfast in our mission, you have not seen us begin to suck. Always give in, always give in. Always, always, always give in. Thank you.
He got a Nobel Prize for and I'd give you one. I'd give for literature for the speeches he wrote. And that one's good. That kind of sums up baseball in London from the Red Sox perspective.
21 runs in 2 games, no wins. The offense decides, hey, we'll show up. No one else does.
It was a sick game as far as number of runs scored. I mean, I was a little bit more pissed off than most because I was playing the professor in our head-to-head league, and I was up by like 250 points going into the weekend. But he had all those Red Sox guys, and they weren't even the Yankees guys with tons of runs. But even with those guys, I mean, I wound up winning by like 6 points. I mean, he caught up 200 points just because they played wiffle ball in London.
Well, if we ever wanted to know what arena baseball would be like, that was what it was.
Yeah, I think when they told them that the left field should be 335 feet, they mixed up something in the metric conversion, and those were really small.
And I hope so.
Small fields.
I have some experience in church league softball where the fence was so close that they had a rule where no team could ever have more than one home run more than the other team.
They're going to put that rule in next year for the St. Louis Cardinals game. If you hit a home run, until the other team hits home run, if you hit a home run, it's an out, so that the score will look something like American baseball. They were sitting there going, "We watch soccer, man. Like 1-0 is the English game. You guys are giving us a heart attack with all this run scoring stuff. Jeez, we can't do this."
I can only hope that the Cubs and Cardinals actually put on a baseball showcase next year. Because on behalf of Red Sox, and yeah, I'll say it about my enemies, on behalf of Yankees fans, real sorry about what happened in London, man. Because whatever that was, that wasn't baseball.
It was definitely atypical. It made Coors Field look like nothing. I wonder if it has something to do with. I was telling you last week that playing in London was the northernmost game ever played in baseball. I wonder if it has something to do with where it is on the planet, or, I mean, I don't know. What's the altitude in England? Is it high? I don't know. Is there something else going on?
No, I don't think so. It's. Let me see. 36 feet. No, you're not getting a Coors Field like atmosphere.
Then it must be something.
Feet.
It must be some kind of something cast by the Hogwarts School of Wizardry, because that game.
Although it does remind me of one of my favorite baseball quotes of all time when Casey Stengel and the Mets lost a game in Mexico City, and someone asked Stengel, "Do you think the altitude affected your team?" And he goes, "Oh no, my team can lose at any altitude. The altitude affects them at the Polo Grounds, which is below sea level."
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And hey, Steve, I mean, I know California's a big state, but there's big news out there this week. You survived the earthquakes well?
Oh, yeah, that was all quite far away from me. But
yeah, you're up in Monterey, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we didn't feel anything, but we're used to that over here. I mean, until you get one of the big ones like, '89 or I think the mid '90s when LA had that big one.
Well, I was seeing in the basketball games like things like the stadium was shaking in Las Vegas, which was pretty far away. I didn't know it, but Brenda and I, we live in the Hurricane Alley, And so we probably are the only podcast that really needs to have like an emergency procedure in case something happens. You know?
Yeah, I'd be more scared of hurricanes than I am a little bit of a shake here and there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we'll broadcast through anything, but if the power goes down or the internet goes down, then who knows what's going on this week. If you haven't heard or haven't not heard, the 5-Minute Professor is again off this week. It was a holiday week. I came this close to canceling the show today because of the holiday. The only time we ever missed was Easter. You know, we love doing this, but sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of break. But that's one of the things that we do that's special is that we're broadcasting new and fun fantasy information on Saturday when no one else is. So we try to do our best. I promise 50 weeks a year. Hope we can stick up with that. Bill is recovering from his incredible placement at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. He did not win, but he did set a personal record eating 3 hot dogs. It does take a while to recover from that. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, Professor. Hope you recover.
So
all right.
Joey Chestnut now like the Yankees of hot dog eating.
All right. Look, we can talk about all sports, and I guess this could be the real quick, just a bit outside. Which,
just a bit outside.
The Nathan's hot dog eating contest is the biggest setup job in the world. The best hot dog eater in the world is Takehiro Kobayashi, or he had been for a while. He is pushing 50 now, and after he won 8 in a row, he asked for an appearance fee because he was getting an appearance fee everywhere, and Nathan's wouldn't pay it, so he doesn't show up. So Joey Chestnut is beating his streak of winning is when Kobayashi stopped showing up. And so really what everybody in the world of professional eating wants to see is Kobayashi versus Chestnut in a hot dog eating contest, but you'll never get it because when Nathan's didn't pay up, Kobayashi's from Japan, there were Japanese companies that would pay up, and so basically Chestnut has to make the move because Kobayashi's under exclusive contract to go to this place or that place. And Chestnut did lose to Matt Stoney, Stone, who's my favorite competitive eater. We all have one, right?
No, not really.
No,
I thought it was Chestnut until I just found out he'd never beat Kobayashi head to head.
Never beat him head to head. Yeah, it's we want to think America, and I'll talk about that real quick. But that's the truth. The reason I like Matt Stoney is because Matt Stoney supports his eating by his YouTube channel, and all his YouTube channel is him going to places where like they have like all I can eat spaghetti or all I can eat wings, and they're like eating 250 wings in front of them and then videotaping the owners. It's just, I know it's the same joke over and over again, but it's always funny. You know, it's like you don't expect somebody to come in and do that. That's your 30th plate of spaghetti, you know. But he did beat Chestnut 4 years ago. That's why he does the undefeated streak.
Not to be confused with the co-creator of South Park, Matt Stone, right?
Yeah, no, not to be confused with them. Did you do anything fun for the 4th of July? I figured we'd take a minute or two to bash on America. No, just kidding. It was
I did some yard work. I didn't do anything that fun. So
there are two things that I
had a shift. I worked.
There are 2 things I don't like on 4th of July. One is I really don't like fireworks because I'm a dog owner. But the other one is this. You know that song by L.C. Greenwood that everyone sings? Can you sing the line from that? Everyone knows the line, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I was going to try to be a smart aleck and try to think of a different Lee Greenwood song to sing, but I just know the one. So, and I'm not going to horrify.
Say it.
Try to sing after I try to do the Dugout theme song that one week.
Just say it. I'm proud to be an American.
Because at least I know I'm free.
No, the lyric is where at least I know I'm free.
Where?
And that is just
at least I know I'm free.
No, you think it's cuz because that's proper grammar. That song has horrible grammar. That where
is that the Lee Greenwood effect? Is that what that is?
Yeah. Where is a conjunction delineating place? So he should have mentioned a place, like I'm proud to be in America, where at least I know I'm free. Or your solution is I'm proud to be an American because at least I know I'm free. But they use the wrong thing. So it's I'm proud to be American, where my grammar doesn't frickin' matter.
I like how your inflection on it made it sound like. I'm proud to be an American because when I was a young boy, I played the silver ball.
Well,
It's like you just turned Lee Greenwood into Tommy for some reason.
I'd be quite impressed by that. There are no other shows today. We're the one and only for Saturday. So that means that if you tune in later, well, you have to hear this, so I can't say anything. Go to LennyMelnickFantasySports.com to their website. Join the chat room. There's going to be a show at 11 o'clock on Sunday night. Cam Grandy's kid does a fantasy hour. Then at 9 o'clock on Monday morning, Lenny Melnick is back with the flagship show. Sometimes Cha-Cha does a pre-show at 8:45, so it's worth getting there a little bit early. But, that's where the action is. 20, 30, 40, 50 people in the chat room talking baseball, asking questions. And this week's schedule should be back to normal after the holiday week. If you want to contact the network, they're at @legendsports.n. Sorry, at @legendsportsn, which then you can say how awful we are or whatever, or how great we are, or whatever you want to say. Or you can say, Steve is at Kinda Not a Joke. At Kinda Not a Joke. Me, Doug, I'm at Urban Baboon. And if you want to get a hold of Brendan, stop. Just stop. He doesn't want to talk to you. Enough with the harassing calls and the tweets and the emails. He's a proud man, a man with a distinct sense of right and wrong. Unlike you, Mr. Listener, you think you can prance around all day with your little earbuds listening to other sports podcasts and thinks he'll be there for you, ready to take you back? You got another thing coming, mister. Except that you no longer deserve Brendan, and it's your fault, and it's over. Just move on.
Man, I was about to say, up until the last couple of seconds, I thought you were turning into like Stone Cold Doug Boyle there for a second. I thought I was going to say what at the end of every sentence that you were...
People say, our show broadcasts mostly to people at the age 50, the silver hair circuit, and we're trying to get a little bit younger audience, so I got to go woo and stuff. But
I half expected you to down a couple Coors Lights right after that.
Yes, smash a beer on my forehead. When I say whoa, you say bah. Whoa.
Bah.
Whoa, bah. Come on. I'm just trying to be young. I'm trying to be young and hip. I'm trying to get jiggy with it. You know what it is? I'm 50 years old. So I don't know. It's just kind of funny. I keep messing around with things. We're gonna do something a little different with trivia because I don't want to put Steve on the spot. I'm gonna throw out a couple trivia questions here. We'll come back to it at the end of the show, and then we'll get into the rundown. I think I covered everything I was supposed to cover. So the trivia this week is going to be based on things that happened this year so far. Are you familiar with this year, Steve?
Vaguely. It's been a long one for me.
All right, you don't have to answer these now, but at the end we'll quickly recap these with your answers. All right, we're going to do 3 now. We'll do 3 in the middle, and then we'll get the answers at the end. Thinking back to opening day, what team set a record for most home runs on opening day with 8? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is CC Sabathia recorded his 3,000th strikeout on April 30th, becoming the 17th pitcher and 3rd lefty to accomplish this feat. Meanwhile, 3 pitchers have surpassed the 2,500 K threshold. Name those 3 pitchers. And the third question is, who is the current Major League leader in hits, who is also the current Major League leader in caught stealing with 7 in 21 attempts? Those are our 3 questions, which brings us to, unless we want further ado, I like ado. Is it rundown time?
Yeah, I guess we could do a rundown, sure.
I'll do it once again, this time with feeling.
Yeah, let's go with a rundown. All right, well, this version of the rundown is brought to you by shrimp, the fruit of the sea. You can barbecue it. There's shrimp kebabs, shrimp creole, shrimp fried, shrimp 4-3 double play, shrimp induced ground outs. That's about it.
Shrimp, fruit of the sea.
Shrimp, yeah.
Well,
Not to be confused with the chicken of the sea.
It is the rundown time. My favorite at that is, again, the shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich. Who eats a shrimp sandwich? I don't know. Are you proud of me that I didn't start the thing with injuries and say, injury, Tyler Skaggs out with death?
Oh, dude, really?
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Way too soon, Doug. Way too soon.
The point is, I did not do that. Let's go. Rundown time.
Man, I just find myself really I mean, this decade